Ladies and gentlemen, an amazing Shell Malaysia Motorcycle Grand Prix here in Sepang, and his 6th Grand Prix victory of the season on the factory Ducati for Andrea Dovizioso. In 2nd place, his best result of the season on the Ducati, Jorge Lorenzo, and another podium finish for Johan Zarco on that monster Tech 3 Yamaha. So we'll obviously start with Dovi. 6 wins, championship still alive. Great weekend for you. You could do nothing more than what you did this weekend, could you?
Yes, and it's nice to be able to say yes, because we did a perfect weekend. We was so fast from the first practice in any condition, and it's very difficult to be strong and fast and to be on top in every practice and in both conditions. So happy about the work with the team, because we improve in the dry practice by practice, and we have a good pace for the race. We was able to fight for the victory, and on the wet we knew our bike worked very well. The grip was so low in the race and worse than the practice, because there was a lot of rubber on the ground after all the practice and the race of Moto3 or Moto2 maybe. And at the beginning I take time to try to become smooth again, because I wasn't so comfortable and confident like in the practice. And but I take time. Unfortunately, nobody pushed me on the back from the back. And I take time to try to understand and see my positive point, improve a little bit the negative point, and I was able to catch Jorge, and today was really fast, so I have to be very concentrated to stay with him.
21 points, 1 to go. All you can do is do what you've done this weekend, isn't it? You have to wait for others to do something, perhaps, to decide the outcome of the championship.
Well, I didn't expect to be that competitive this weekend. So, and many weekends this year, nobody expect us there. So we have to keep thinking positive, like before to came here, and try to be fast. This is the first things. After that, we can thinking about strategy, but we can't make a strategy. We have to just try to win, and we know in Valencia is not the best for us, and especially Marc is really strong. But this year, everything can happen during the weekend. You never know about the weather, so we know it's difficult, but we are relaxed. We was relaxed before this weekend, and we go in Valencia in a relaxed way and try to do the maximum.
Did your board tell you, or did you know, looking at the big screen, where Marc was?
I couldn't watch so well the screen, because the grip on the front was so low, and I have to be concentrated all the race. So I saw Marc 4th, but I didn't know if he was close to Zarco. But when I overtake Jorge, I saw in the pit board of Jorge the rider behind was Zarco, so that was positive.
Dovi, congratulations, your 6th win of the season. We come on to Jorge Lorenzo. Best result for you and at Ducati, 2nd place, and another great start. And you were leading the way, Jorge.
Yeah, well, I make a good start, but Marc was aggressive in the first corner, so I needed to pick up the bike to save the crash. But then I was very strong on braking, so I overtook both riders in turn 4. I follow Zarco 1 second more or less on the gap. He was really pushing, no? But I wasn't having this good grip on the rear, but I keep concentrated. And I knew sooner or later he was going to drop the performance on the rear, because he chose the soft tire, and was like this little by little. I was saving a lot the rear tire for all the race. So when I start leading the race, I try to be very concentrated, always on the same lap time. So I save a lot the rear tire, but the front start closing a little bit too much. No, I need to be very careful on braking. I save some moments in some brakings, and especially when I arrive a little bit too quick in the turn 5, I lose the front. I thought was going to crash, but finally the the bike luckily went back to straight, and that I think was the moment that Andrea take profit to overtook me and lead. So when I was close to him on braking, I was trying not to make something crazy, because the front was already very at the limit, and you can close it and crash together with him. So I needed to be calm. He was riding very well, and he opened a little bit gap. I tried to stay with him and push, but you know, was difficult not to stay very close.
And I know people will ask this, and I expect people to ask it. They'd say, when you were leading the way, would there have been team orders with Dovi behind you with the championship the way it was? In the end, it was turn 15, and it was a mistake by you, or a bad moment for you.
Honestly, I just see the laps to the end on the board, and the difference with the rear tire, and I didn't see completely the board, because I was really focused to don't lose the concentration on the wet, just losing the RPM and everything, that I didn't see any message. You know, I will say that I see if was true, but I didn't see. Just in the Parferme, they told me that they put me this message, but I already knew. I didn't need any people who tell me what to do in any situation. I knew that the world title was important in case of Marquez have crashed or something like that. I knew he was maybe 4th or 5th position. So obviously I wanted to win the race, no? I wanted to keep pushing till the end. But as I told you, the front was very at the limit. And to stay with Dobby till the end, I needed to be too much at the limit on the braking. And I wanted to stay with him till the last corner, to see if he makes some mistakes and went wide into some corners. But it wasn't like that. Start raining in the last lap a lot, so he slowed down a little bit. I see him very close, but to try something, I have maybe 90% of possibilities to crash.
Well, hey, congratulations. You're, third podium on the Ducati this season. We come on to Johan Zarco, of course, running that Monster Tech 3 Yamaha. You took the softer tyre option. You were off at the start at a terrific pace. And at the early stages, or even a bit later on, you must have thought, I can win this race.
I was thinking, yes, I can win the race. I was very seeing the rain, because when we tried it on Friday, I think, I was not fast, and they were like so much fast. But that's why I chose the soft rear tire, and I was happy. Like, the start was quite good, and then yeah, Lorenzo did a good start, but Marc braked quite late. They went wide, both. So I was inside and then leading the race. Even if we were not going fast as the lap time they did on Friday, it was enough to stay in first position and also keep a small gap. So I was focused and tried to do as well as possible. And then when they caught me, I expect I can fight with them, because like Jorge overtook me in corner 9, and straight after in corner 14, Dovi also. And then I said, maybe I can fight and stay with them, but I was losing a lot in acceleration. I don't think it's because the rear tire, because we were limit with the grip overall for the drive. So soft tire has been a good choice to stay in front and lead the race at the beginning, when it was, I think, the worst condition at the beginning. For me, I was leading, so has been good. And when I've lost 2 times the rear, trying to follow them, then I say, don't do stupid mistake, stay focused, hope that maybe they will drop and you can catch them, but it never happened all the time. Step by step they were going away. Then Marc, I've been close in one moment, and then I could push again or keep some good pace, and I think he dropped more than me, and I finished third. So happy. It's nice to have a second podium, but also start the race with victory in mind, you know, and you don't have the victory, but you enjoy your podium. That's just perfect.
And also the top independent rider in the championship now, as well as the top rookie that you'd already taken. What a season.
Pretty good for championship. first target beginning of this season was to be the first rookie, because my teammate is strong, Jonas, and also we knew like overall Alex with the factory Suzuki that can be competitive. He just injured himself at the first test, so he had a difficult season. But doing well the beginning of the first races, I was fighting also for first independent team. So even if I caught the target of rookie, you think about keep this sixth position or keep this first independent team, and I'm happy that now it's confirmed. Even before go to Valencia, we can enjoy a lot with the team, because we grow up a lot, and I understand much more thing on the bike. I can give them good information, and we go forward together.
Johan, congratulations. Second podium finish in MotoGP. Enough from me, ladies and gentlemen. Questions from the floor.
Johan, it looks like this season, if you had been riding the 2017 version of the Yamaha, you wouldn't have been as competitive. Does this mean that for next year you'll ask to keep the 2016 bike, or to move to the 2018 bike and skip the 17?
I don't know. I don't think Yamaha, if they did something wrong on the 17, that I don't think so, because they are not doing big change. They will not give it, if something is weak, to Tech 3 team. It's no sense for Yamaha. The target is to have, they have 4 bikes on the grid, and is to have 4 bikes competitive. So I think what we did this year with the 2016, maybe they got even more information than the year before, could compare. So why not have the 2018 for the factory, and let's see what we're gonna have, but even better bike.
Question for Dobby. How do you think that is Marc at this moment? How is his mind? He can feel more pressure than ever?
I don't think so. Also today, after a strange weekend, a difficult weekend, he did fourth. Like what he did this season, he did an incredible season. So when he's in a bad situation, he get a good position. That's why he's first on the championship. So to go in Valencia, he's good. He's good track. Honda working well there, I think. Also, I think we can be competitive, but to gain 21 points, have to be. I mean, have to happen something. So yes, the pressure on the last race in Spain, for sure, is quite heavy. But also already he did in the past.
Jorge, in the sort of final third of the race, you received a message to your dash to say to change the mapping. A lot of people think that it was a secret instruction. Can you explain what it was?
Honestly, I repeat, I didn't see anything. I just was very focused on the line, on the next corner, because on the range you cannot lose the concentration. I just lose the concentration in Misano, and you know what did happen, no? So just see the board, just see the RPM to change every gear, and as Arthur can tell you, no, I asked. No, I didn't ask. They told me was something on the board no, I didn't see anything. So I knew already what I have to do, more or less in any situation. So I tried, as I told you, to win the race, but to make something crazy today, as the front was closing in all braking, was too crazy, let's say. So I didn't want to take this risk.
And Toby, it's like you've saved a match point. How do you feel today and looking at Valencia's race?
Sorry, I don't understand the first part.
It's like you've saved a match point, like in a tennis match.
Save, okay.
Like, how do you feel thinking of Valencia's race?
What I said before, we did everything perfect, and it wasn't easy. So I'm so happy about that. to show to everybody with our work we can really be competitive in this difficult track, in the dry and the wet. But as I said before, Valencia, we have a lot of points, and I think Marc will be competitive from the beginning, so it will be difficult, but the only things we can do is to try to approach Valencia in the same way as here, and try to be fast, competitive, and try to win the race. What Marc can do is he's in hand, in his mind.
Two questions, one for you, Dovi. Does this victory makes your bad result in Australia better than it was? And one to Joan, are you not pissed off to listen that you are faster than the factory Yamaha because you have a old bike?
Yeah, I'm so angry about that, about Phillip Island, but what happened in Phillip Island, for sure I was able to make a better point if I didn't make a mistake in the second lap. But the Ducati wasn't fast there. Nobody was fast, so that is the reality. So if we wasn't fast, it's mean that is the reality. So with the reality, you can't change the reality. So yes, I don't feel so happy today about this victory like the other victory, because we feel yes, we are strong. But if you look the championship a little bit far, this is the reality. So everybody can make something a little bit better, but I think we have to be so happy about the championship of this year.
And when I hear all the comments from the media that they said 2017 bike is not going, that's why with the X bike on some circuit I'm faster, because some other during the season they were strong. Maverick started so well the season, then he struggled, and last race in Australia we were together. I could not see if they have some advantage or if I have better things than them. So no, really take it easy and don't think too much. As I say, the MotoGP is already incredible bike, and so much things to learn, to understand, because you need to manage your weekend and manage your race. In Moto2, you have to manage the weekend, also the race, but in a different way that I understood and I was strong. And then this season I saw that I'm not controlling everything, but now from February to October, this gap has been much more less, and I'm here, understand so many things. So no, I don't think too much about the bike, and I believe Yamaha, they are clever people. The Japanese, they are working a lot, and when something is wrong, they are worried. So I think they will manage well for the future.
Yes, Dobby, is Jorge Lorenzo the best teammate that you have had in all MotoGP career? And compare this race with Argentina 2016. Please.
The best teammate about that? About what? About? I say this from last year in Valencia. I feel immediately good with him, because like what happened in the past, he didn't think to try to make something bad to me, or try to create a strange situation inside of the box. He's so concentrated in himself, in his work with the team, and looks like I don't feel him about teammate, because for sure every time everybody look on the TV the lap time, you make a comparison. His riding style is different. Everybody can learn from everybody, but I didn't have any problem about that. He have his character and didn't create it to me any problem. So about that, for sure, because I believe I'm a calm guy. I don't want to create any strange situation to nobody. So I think that I'm happy about that. So yes, about that for sure. But I was lucky. I have a good teammate also in the past. Not everyone, but. Yeah, but at that time it was a completely different story. It was a different story. In that situation, we fight for the place in Ducati, and happened what everybody can saw. But already Jorge, I think, is a clever guy. He explained what happened today. I think it was really on the limit today to fighting. I lose the front when I was alone. He lose the front when he was alone. The grip was very low. If you wanted to push, there wasn't a margin to try to play. So I feel he ride very well until 3/4 of the race. I saw him he did some mistake because he lose a little bit of grip on the rear and created more problem on the front. I was able to see him from the first lap, so I know everything, all the details. He couldn't see me. So he was faster in some point, but I was faster in another point. So today, I think in a different condition, he was able to fight more than what he did today. But I think we push until 4 laps to the end at the maximum.
Question to the Ducati riders. You are now both very fast on a big variety of tracks, on the dry, on the wet. Would you say your bike is quite perfect now, or is it something else to do?
Unfortunately, it doesn't exist a perfect bike. Every bike have a characteristic, positive and negative. And to have a really good balance, you have to be fast in every track, in every condition. So our base this year for sure is better. If you are second in the championship, for sure, our bike is good. But the way you manage the weekend, the way you manage the bike still make a big difference. So our bike is not easy. You can ask to Jorge. It takes time for him to adapt to a completely different bike than what he was riding until now. From outside, when you are doing a good result, the bike looks so good. But with my experience, I can say it's not like this. A fast rider can... come si dice maschera? Mask a negative point of the bike. So it's impossible from outside to know exactly all the positive and negative points from the bike. So anyway, our bike is so good, and our balance during this season, I mean, my result was really consistent. Unfortunately, sometimes we did 9, 10, or 13 Phillip Island, and we cost the fight for the championship. But depends in which way you want to look this. We won 6 races.
Yeah, obviously, like Dovi demonstrated this year with 6 victories, the bike can win, no? In 2017, the bike was a winner bike. Even I was close to win in Misano. I was close to win here. I was quite close to win in Aragon. As Dovi say, no, there are some specifically tracks that we struggle more than we wanted, and we need to work on that area to solve our problems when we arrive into that track. But you know, every time I'm getting more used to the bike, I take profit more about the potential of the bike, I'm closer to win. Obviously, I would like a bike that turns better or have a more smooth engine. We are working on that. And when it happens, I think for me it will be more easy to be consistent and fast in all the situations. No?
Excuse me, Dovi, another one for you. Will you think a lot of, during the next days, in the 2 points that you lost in the Strait of Australia, with Redding saying factory and Pedrosa, because help Redding him?
Yeah, but this is the race. I entered in the last corner in front of them, and my traction was completely finished. I tried to do everything about my style, my strategy, but I didn't have any grip. So this is the racing. Everybody have to get the result from himself. So now it's easy to say, in some race I was able to, in Assen I finished 5th, I was able to finish 3rd about the speed I have. Some other track I was able to be a little bit better, but say like that, say something like that will not change the point, and the championship is this, what everybody did. So like I said before, I don't feel so happy about the victory of today, because we feel strong and we don't have a lot of card to play in the next round. But what Marc did this season is something unbelievable, like in the past. So this is the reality. If we couldn't make some better result, it means we couldn't be better. So if Marc will win the championship, it means he was the best in this championship.
Thank you, Dovi. Thank you, gentlemen, all very much indeed. We'll see you in Valencia.